Blown hoarding incident. At a site, some hoarding needed to be relocated. The hoarding consisted of advertising sheeting, plywood sheets, timber battens, and concrete blocks. Once the hoarding had been installed in its new location, it needed to be painted before the advertising sheeting could be reinstalled. This led to the 1 metre by 2 metre advertising sheeting being stacked and stored unsecured on site. The sheets were left stored in the location for approximately 10 days, until strong winds caused the aluminium composite material sheeting, weighing 11 kilograms each, to be blown over the perimeter hoarding and land in a public area. Luckily, no one was hurt. Causes. The task of moving the hoarding was only communicated a day before it needed to be done, which resulted in not enough time for review and planning. Poor housekeeping, as materials were not secured properly. The RAMs did not provide enough information about how to store and secure materials. Before the task could be completed, the original supervisor went on leave and a proper handover wasn't done with the incoming supervisor. The Lendlease management were also understaffed, working in lots of other locations. Site inspections were focused on live work areas, whereas the hoarding works area was considered as complete and not inspected. There were many work areas away from the location being worked on. Strong wind conditions and the necessary alerts were not communicated to everyone on site. Lessons learned. Always follow the hierarchy of risk controls. RAMs must first be reviewed and approved to ensure all necessary controls are included for a task. Each task must have written instructions and a clear scope of the works needed to be done. Allow enough time for tasks to be planned and briefed. It's okay to put a task on hold if you are unsure. Request more time if necessary. Design out problem areas wherever possible. For example, avoid storing materials on site for long periods of time. Include weather conditions resulting in restrictions in daily briefings. Maintain a supervisor-to-worker ratio of 1:8 and ensure there is sufficient Lendlease management on site. Ensure a proper handover is done between shifts or when personnel go on leave. Inspect all work areas, completed and live, and think, what's the worst that can happen? And always practice good housekeeping.